Back to our top story about Israel taking out Hassan Nasrallah, the Hezbollah chief, in an airstrike. 80 cluster bombs used to take out a man who has tormented not just Israel but also neighboring countries like Syria and Iraq. I want to go across to Ms. Orly Weitzman. She's the Consul General of Israel to southern India. Thank you very much, Ms. Weitzman, for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. So both Iran, who are the puppeteers of Hezbollah, and Hezbollah itself have reacted to the airstrike, killing Hassan Nasrallah, and said that they have vowed revenge against Israel. How would you and the government of Israel respond to this?
Good evening. Thank you very much for having me here this evening. I think that Israel has shown that it's willing to do anything needed in order to protect its citizens. So it's very unfortunate if Hezbollah and Iran decide to do anything that might jeopardize the safety of Israelis and the safety of Israel, because Israel will always do whatever it takes in order to ensure the safety of civilians in Israel. And that they think they should think about that and think about the implications of what they're saying, and hopefully they will realize that the best way to end this situation is to put down the arms and to implement Resolution 1701, which basically disarms Hezbollah and pushes it further north for the Litani, so that both Israelis and Lebanese citizens who are also very much affected by this horrible terrorist group can live in peace.
But Ms. Weitzman, they aren't doing anything but that. They are continuing the barrage of rockets, missiles. Some even ballistic missiles have been fired into Israel. Of course, a lot of them have been intercepted by Israel's air defense systems. This whole plan of resettling about 60,000 of the northern populations in Israel, how is that going to happen? Because the barrage of rocket fire and missiles is not stopped, despite the killing of Hassan Nasrallah.
So I think we saw the beginning of that, and I think that's the main explanation to what we've been seeing in the past few days and the activity that Israel has in the north. Israel, like I said, it has the most an interest or duty even to make sure that its citizens live safely and that people can go home. It's been almost a year now that people have had to leave their homes. I don't know if you can imagine, if the viewers can imagine what it's like to suddenly leave your house, all your belongings, and go for a period of who knows how long to leave your house without being able to return. This is something that's insufferable. Again, Israel is doing what it needs to do and will keep doing what it needs to do. So if there's no diplomatic solution, as Israel would like to have, then there will be other solutions to make sure that the Israelis can return to their homes and that they can live safely.
And that is one of the concerns, isn't it? That, including your good friends in the United States, some folks here in India are saying that this is perhaps at the very precipice of a wider regional war. There is a real fear that Israel will not be able to achieve its objective, which is to resettle the northern population without a ground invasion. How would you speak to that fear?
I think that we have to see what will come ahead, and know that Israel is prepared to do whatever it takes. I mean, it's something that we'll have to see in the coming days, and I really pray that these terrorist groups and the proxies of Iran and this terrorist country of Iran will come to their senses and realize that whatever if they don't let Israeli live in peace, then Israel will have to do what it takes. And I'm really hoping that they will come to their senses in that matter.
Well, what about a direct confrontation with Iran? Because the stakes have now been raised by Israel with the killing of Hassan Nasrallah. Do you think a direct confrontation between Tehran and Tel Aviv, the region or the rest of the world, would be able to deal with the consequences of that?
So Israel is prepared for whatever happens. Israel, I feel like I keep trying to make the same message. Israel doesn't want escalation, and would really like for things to settle down. But if Israel is attacked by Iran or any of its proxies, it will have to make sure, again, do whatever it can to make sure that peace is maintained. And I think Israel has already shown its capabilities. Iran already attacked Israel in April, if you remember, and Israel retaliated in a very minor way, just to show the capabilities of what Israel is capable of. And I think Iran received the message, and I hope Iran received the message, because the capabilities, Israel capabilities are very strong, and Israel will do whatever is necessary to make sure that its civilians are safe.
Ms. Weitzman, what is the end game here? Because you have this war with Hamas, which is approaching its first year now. It's going to be 1 year on October 7th next week. You have now a new front that's been opened with Hezbollah in the north. Yes, Hassan Nasrallah is dead, but the infrastructure, the weaponry of Hezbollah as a terrorist outfit continues very much intact. So you have that second front open. The hostages, over 100 of them, are still in the custody of Hamas. How is Israel going to end all of this?
So Israel, again, this is not something that Israel started. 7th of October was thrust upon us, and it was one of the most horrible things Israel has seen since the Holocaust, basically, and since its existence. So it was something that Israel did not choose. And since a day later, the 8th of October, it's being attacked by the Hezbollah in the north and by Houthis. So none of this was Israel's choice at any time. So I think the main question is, when will the region accept, when will Iran accept, when will the Hezbollah accept Israel's right to exist and to live peacefully?